student from Derby could be one of the first people to actually land on Mars. Ryan MacDonald is among the final 100 candidates selected to be part of the Mars One project.
You may recall we first spoke to Ryan way back in 2014. Since then, he's become a research student at Cambridge University. And what's more, his plan to bag a one-way ticket to the Red Planet has won the backing of the Astronomer Royal, no less. Simon Ward caught up with him.
Space research is the focus of Ryan MacDonald's life, and his sights are firmly set on Mars. Ryan is in the final 100 candidates for the private enterprise project called Mars One. Unmanned craft would send the habitats and equipment in advance. The first flight, with 2 men and 2 women, is currently planned for 2031, funded by TV coverage. The problem of taking enough fuel to return to Earth is not an issue for them. It's a one-way trip.
To be considered as just one of 100 people on this planet who may get to go on one of the first expeditions to Mars in the future, it's an incredibly exciting and enticing prospect. And just every day thinking about, in particular, the science that we'll be able to do there and how we could inspire young people by doing this mission. It's a wonderful time to be alive.
Ryan has written software for NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, which launches next October. He hopes the technology will find signs of life on other worlds.
I've always been passionate about space and astronomy, and in particular the question of whether there's life in the universe, which is really my focus as a professional scientist to try and address that. And whether I'm looking through telescopes here on the Earth, or whether I'm on Mars looking beneath the surface to try and find signs of life, that's what I've always been passionate about.
Also at the University of Cambridge is Martin Rees. Among his many titles, he's the Astronomer Royal. He doesn't think the established space agencies will necessarily be the first to get humans to Mars, and it could be a private company, such as the one Ryan is involved with.
We'll have huge robotic fabricators building structures up in space, and we'll have tiny probes, far more sophisticated than our smartphones, sending back pictures from the outer planets. So we have all that, but the people will go as an adventure, and I think that'll be funded as a private enterprise project because they can take higher risks.
Funding is still being agreed for the Mars One project, but Ryan is determined to stay in the selection process. Training is planned to start towards the end of next year. Simon Ward, BBC East Midlands Today at the University of Cambridge.